Hey guys, what's up? NevecLP and SuperMoonBiscuit here.
That's me.
That's him.
Yep.
That's our first ginger of the game. Of the game? Of the level.
Dude, ginger? That's just a redhead, that's the offensive term.
If it was the first ginger of the game, I'd be doing a terrible 100% walkthrough. I didn't even realise there was a Jiggy down here. Oh, and another Mumbo token that we don't need.
Dude, you lucked out. You got a ginger and a jiggy.
And a Mumbo token that looks like a skull mushroom.
It is supposed to be a skull, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. But when I was younger, I just thought they looked like mushrooms, and I thought they were mushrooms.
Okay.
Why am I...
Good story.
Yeah. Yes, if you don't walk all the way back down here, right to the end of the basement, then you're going to miss out on the last 4 crucial notes. And then you won't be able to complete the game like a pro.
Like an MLG Pro.
Yeah. No scopes. Yeah, so what's annoying me is, ever since recording this, my camera angle's been going all wonky skew-if. And I've never had problems with the camera angle before, and it happens a lot now recently, and it's kind of annoying.
Banjo has like a really good camera, I reckon.
Yeah, it just screws up. Oh yeah, that toilet we got to go down when we transform into a pumpkin from Mumbo. Oh yeah, I was telling SuperMoonBiscuit earlier that I had a dream that a Banjo 3 was announced, and it started off with like, it was in Antarctica, and they were filming this person in an igloo. And
what, like
he
real
was just
life?
talking.
Or...
No, it was like
okay.
it was like game graphics, yeah. And then this person in the igloo was just talking to someone. You couldn't see who it was, and then
Spoilers
it was like, you must go on it. Yeah, spoilers of Banjo 3 if this actually happens, which it won't. But if it does happen, I'm going to sue Rare, even though it probably won't be Rare who makes it. It'll probably be another company that gets outsourced, like how they did with Killer Instinct. But anyway.
Who made Killer Instinct?
Double Helix, who have never made a good game in their life, but apparently Killer Instinct is now one of the good games that they've made. Is the only good game that they've made.
That's free to play.
But they, sorry?
Isn't Killer Instinct free to play if you have like one character?
Yeah, you just download it and you get one character with it. And for some reason we can't even get this, even though we could technically just crawl under this. Look how annoying this is. You need to be the pumpkin to do it. It's stupid. Anyway, yeah, so talking to this person in an igloo, and then you couldn't see who they were talking to, and then the camera zooms out, and then Banjo-Kazooie, and I have to say, Banjo-Kazooie had their nuts and bolts character model, which I hate. They just look so blocky. Yeah, they look so blocky, but they had their nuts and bolts character model, and then they were just talking, and I was like, now you need to go on another adventure. And then there was just like Banjo and Kazooie just running around the snow, and then in Kazooie Talon Trot mode, and then it was just Banjo like sneaking up on a Yeti in the snow, and then it ended with Banjo 3 coming soon. And I really... Do you know what? I woke up half asleep, because when I wake up half asleep, I can't tell if my dreams are real or not.
Alright.
And because I'm still like in a sleep state, but I'm awake, so I'm just laying there and I'm like, oh yes, I can't believe Banjo-Kazooie's coming out now. But then I'm like, also like, wait, no, I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. And then I wake up fully and I'm like, yeah, it didn't happen, now I'm annoyed.
Man, there's always still hope for Banjo Nuts and Bolts too, though.
Oh please no. No. I wouldn't mind Nuts and Bolts 2 if
they made another Banjo
moves.
3, or...
Oh yeah, that too. I wouldn't even mind. You know what? I think what would suit Banjo-Kazooie, since Microsoft are so tight and retarded, I think the model that would suit Banjo 3 is an episodic... I don't really want episodic, but like an arcade download. Like a 7-hour arcade game.
Kind of like
West
for Booty Ratchet and Clank thing. That was only like a short game, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and Into the Nexus, and like Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, and then they could release, like, if they wanted to, like Banjo-Kazooie 2 and 3 on the disc as like a one bundle for like £20 or something, I don't know. Later down the line, like they did with some other arcade games Microsoft.
Dude, Conker's HD when?
Oh yeah, HD Conquer as well.
Well,
Apparently,
they got
Microsoft.
the Xbox One, which you can run on Xbox 360. So I guess there's always that.
I just hope to friggin'. Well, I would say God, but I don't believe in one. So I pray to Satan, who I also don't believe in. So here we can get for some reason the goddamn table. He can't hear you on the table. The floor must make a hell of a creaking noise. So we've got another Jiggy here, and this ghost now cries himself. And it's Slimer from Ghostbusters.
I think I've heard that joke on every Let's Play I've seen of this thing.
Really?
I think they said that on Game Grumps when I had the Grant Kirkhope thing. I might be wrong, but I think John might have said that or something.
Right, now here are the portraits in Grunty's house, and here we see Mumbo, evil. Here we go.
And Mona Lisa.
He's
over there.
evil laugh. Right. Yeah, and Mona Lisa. And they don't blatantly give it away by putting a flight pad on the table to tell you there's something in the air. It's it's kind of stupid, really. They might as well just put whatever it is in the air on the table, because all it is a life. Like, you just jump up here and then it's there. That's it. That is all you do. That's like the most pointless thing.
I don't understand how that trophy is floating there.
Yeah, it's just balancing on the chandelier.
Chandelier looks like it's made out of ice.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's I didn't mean. But yeah, Banjo-Kazooie.
And Banjo.
I always try and replay Nuts and Bolts, but then I'm just like, as soon as you begin, it's a tutorial, and you're like.
Well, it looks really nice, like the visuals and everything.
Yeah,
really
it does.
Cool. But I mean, I didn't play too much of it, but it was kind of pointless.
Yeah. One of the main gripes I had straight off the bat was the goddamn voices. They sounded so friggin' annoying.
I don't.
Because they sounded perfect in Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2, and what was it? In Nuts and Bolts, because in Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2, they kept making their friggin' gobbledygook noises until they finished what they were saying. But in Banjo Nuts and Bolts, they just make a noise for like half a second, and then the text would keep going, and then the noises sounded so bad as well. It was annoying. But anyway, enough of Nuts and Bolts. And
did they not hire? What was it, like a different voice actor or something that they had?
No, I think they just changed the audio, just like the different, like the noises they made, and it just sounded horrible. It sounded like someone was trying to take a shit in a cup, even though it probably didn't sound anything like that. But yeah.
Although that could either be silent or really loud and gross.
Yeah. So here's a Ouija board that is Jiggy's being covered up by a glass cup that I'm pretty sure we could beak barge into with the little crouch.
I never realised it was a Ouija board.
Yeah, nor did I. I just thought it was just a random thingy. But when I came back and played it in HD, I was like, oh yeah, that's a Ouija board.
It's really convenient that all of that, like half of the letters are actually just Gruntilda's face.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, why would a Ouija board just have Banjo-Kazooie on? That wouldn't do anything. A Ouija board's supposed to contact with the dead, so I don't know why the dead would spell out Banjo-Kazooie.
Dude, when was the last Banjo-Kazooie game? They're clearly dead.
Oh my god. Look at that, it's got Banjo-Kazooie's face under the glass.
What?
Under the glass on the Ouija board.
Oh, yeah.
You can't really see because the camera angle is really annoying in here. So you're not sure if once going towards the camera that you're gonna stand on one of Gruntilda's fantastic faces or hit a letter.
There's a similar puzzle to this, isn't there? Where you gotta like spell out or something.
Yeah, like in the Sandcastle one, where you gotta spell out Banjo-Kazooie as well.
Oh right.
Look at that, I was 1 second away from getting the E, and it ended straight as I touched the E.